Hi everyone, welcome back. Here we are, we're going to add to our collection of card tutorials. I hope you'll join me for this one. I hope you enjoyed the card tutorial on the tulips last week and that you'll join me for this one this week. I gave you a list of all the colors that I used to paint this along with me, this little tropical scene. I like the shape, I'll tell you how I did that. I look forward to painting with you and thank you so much for joining me again. Let's get painting. So here I'm showing you the paper that I used for this project. It's the watercolor paper. It was the 300 series, 140-pound paper. And I just basically, you can use mixed media, watercolor, acrylic paper. Just make sure it's a good sturdy stock. And I used acrylic paints, and I gave you the list there of all the paint colors that I used to do this project if you want to paint along. So here for the shape of the card, or the shape of the painting on the card, I used a collage mat to create it. I thought it was really charming. Little shape on the card, you'll see at the end. And I'm using here some ultramarine blue, titanium white, and dioxine purple to create this beautiful light blue. And then I add a bit more of the ultramarine blue to add some texture to the water and the horizon line, just sort of in the motion of waves. Now let's add the sun. And we're going to use some cad yellow, medium, and titanium white, and just pull that in through around the sun and up into the sky a little bit. So you can do this however you'd like. Just bring some of that beautiful bright yellow up into the clouds and kind of make them go downward a little and up, just not straight across. So you know, you'll just have some character there in the sky. And then I took some cad red and added it to that mix and created that nice fiery looking sunset color in the sky, and just add some of that up in those clouds that you already added. And be sure to go all along the edges, and this will be important as you'll see once we reveal the card at the end. Just make sure that the painting is all the way to the edges. So let's brighten up the beautiful yellow glow that's right around the sun and up into the clouds a little bit. So now we're just going to take a little bit of the titanium white and cad yellow, just a tad, and just kind of use a fluffy texture around the clouds. These are some stratus clouds throughout the sky, and just want to put some of that cloud texture along different areas throughout the sky. So with basically a dry brush, just a little tiny bit of that color on your brush, just in a wavy motion, go along these lines that you've made in the water, and just to kind of brighten up with a little wave action there. And later we'll be adding some foam to that as well. And continuing with this combination of colors, just bring some wispy little clouds up into the sky throughout the sky. A little later I add just a tad bit more on that top portion of the sky, but keeping the sky dark at the top, or the darkest I should say. So now with a small firm fan brush, let's add a bit of ultramarine blue along the horizon line, and then in the water in a bit of a wave action along those white lines that we painted there. And then here just adding a little brightness to the sky, and now we're gonna finish up with the sky here and then work on the little palm fronds. Here I'm using phthalo green, cad yellow, and a little titanium white. We're just bringing those little palm fronds down into the painting a little, just on the sides, and we're also going to add a little island on the opposite side of the painting for interest. And the brush that I'm using for this is my small Philip Grainer brush. I love it because I just use the tip, and it just gives such a nice fine detail for making these little palm fronds. And now just take a little bit of titanium white with the teeniest bit of cad yellow, and then in a wavy motion, just sort of fluffy little motion, we're going to add some of that foam along those wave lines there. And just go very random and just bring along those wave lines just to create some waves in the ocean here. Just small little gentle waves. So then with that same combination, we're going to go up and just kind of brighten up those clouds with a little bit more of that fluff on that little cloud texture there, and then pull a few little stratus clouds up in the sky, just to add some interest. And here we go. We're going to reveal the card, take that matting off, and show what the card looks like after. Now, how cute is that? Isn't that cute? And then we're going to cut it to size and make a beautiful little card out of this. So you just want to make that as even as possible, so that the painting is centered on the card properly. So just make a little mark there. If you use a watercolor pencil, that works out great. And I don't have a paper cutter, but a paper cutter would be great right now. I just use a good sturdy pair of scissors and it works just fine. So now this is the finished card. I do come in later and kind of work on some details, but there you go. Isn't that cute? And now you could add anything to the front of that card, maybe some embellishments on the side, some scrolly lines, whatever you want. I'm going to leave it plain, and then maybe just write thank you on the front of the card like this. I'm just using a font to show you how that would look, but I think the card is really cute. I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you love what you created. So we'll see you in the next video. Thanks everyone. Thanks so much for joining me. If you haven't already subscribed to my channel, please do. If you like this, give me a thumbs up and hit the bell for upcoming notifications. Stay safe everyone. Thanks again for watching. Bye-bye.